Well, I don't know what to say, we've only just heard and it's hard to think of things to say. But he was just a beautiful fella, and it's terrible.
What are your plans now?
Well, we haven't made any. I mean, we've only just heard, haven't we?
Yes, it's much of a news to us as there is to everybody else.
No.
I spoke to him Wednesday evening, the evening before we first saw Maharishi's lecture, and he was in great spirits.
The last month or so is quite different from the last months or so. I think they had a very hard time last year, touring-wise. I think it was the hardest ever because we visited countries which we'd never been to before. Japan, the Philippines and all that broke out there, which was very difficult and very hard, and I accept responsibility, but it was actually none of our faults. And then we had the American tour, the Christ business, which was sort of a thing which was taken out of context, which we were all very worried about. So that I don't think that it's wonder that any of them, after that, took what you might call long vacations. Paul did, in fact, write a film score. George did go to India for several weeks, and John did make a film. But this wasn't true at all. There was no breakup, it was just a rumour. And I thought that I scotched the rumours in London with various announcements, and even the boys said, there was nothing in it. And I even got them not to say anything about it because it was all so stupid.
It was in a newspaper, which stated about Paul saying, well, it's all over for us now. It's definitely over. And he's going to be spending his time in a recording studio, making records and puttering around the house and all that kind of jazz.
Brian said this will be the last time, I'll never forget that, he said this will be the last time the Beatles will ever perform together. They will never tour again. That evening, when I went to get my briefcase, it was gone, and so was Brian's briefcase, and so was Diz gone. That depressed Brian. That accounts for his first major depression. I mean, that was the beginning of his loss of self-confidence. Starting that January of '67, Brian began to go downhill.
Dear Mr. Levin, from information I received while using a Ouija board, I believe that there will be an attempt to assassinate you. The spirit that gave me this information was Brian Epstein. He said the attempt was made in place of March 6th, 17, and Mr. Epstein also said that Paul McCartney was alive in London. Is that true? Please take this letter seriously, because I would very much prefer you to be alive there. Well, it's funny you never said anything to me in Athens.
Bullshit.